Yeah, so there are two discussions that are going on within our political sphere. One is the matter of CDF and whether it should be transferred from the members of parliament to the devolved units, that is our counties. And two is the matter of corruption. Now, the first issue was raised by former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, while the second issue on corruption was raised by President William Ruto. So, President William Ruto, while addressing the inter-party parliamentary group meeting in Karen on Monday, stated that from his intelligence or from his intel, he is well aware that members of parliament, including the senators, are receiving huge bribes to pass bills or to let governors who have been summoned to the floor of the House go without much questioning or go with so much in their so much that they should be accounted for. And so he was saying that if the members of parliament continue going in that direction, then we are supposed to lose the country. And so that is when matters of heckling arose within that specific meeting, because the members of parliament felt slighted, or they felt like President William Ruto was really tongue-lashing them. Again, we've seen different players coming to speak about this particular issue. We have seen senators up in arms asking questions as to who informs this kind of debates, or who gives Prime Minister Raila Odinga and William Ruto the information. We have seen the likes of Senator Moses Kajwang and Senator Edwin Sifuna question these sentiments that were coming from President William Ruto. In fact, Moses Kajwang has asked that President William Ruto be called to the floor of the House to state categorically the members of Senate or members of Parliament who are involved in corruption. And he claims that if these names are not mentioned, then everything else is just, a political show. We have also seen Senator Edwin Sifuna saying that Prime Minister Raila Odinga has been ill-informed, claiming that Raila has been spending too much time with the governors, and these governors have given him the wrong information. Members of parliament, including Millie Odhiambo, have also said that Raila Odinga appears to listen to governors more favorably than he is doing to the senators and the members of parliament. And in the same breath, she said that if she were to be a president today, she would not risk losing the support of parliament. The saddest thing in this conversation, though, is what we saw yesterday in the National Assembly during this particular debate. So we saw a member of parliament arise, and the other came, and the other came, and the sentiment was one. They felt that the president, William Ruto, had used them and was now dumping them, or that President William Ruto had done what he is accusing the members of parliament to do, that is engaging in corruption so that particular bills are passed. I remember one MP saying that they had SHA and passed it for the president. They had housing levy, passed it for the president, and they had other subsequent bills which they enacted for the president. And so my question really is, are these members of parliament aware that they should be representing the people? What do you mean that a member of parliament who has been elected to the National Assembly, claiming that he stayed in the National Assembly until 10 p.m. to pass a bill for the president? Does it mean that the interest of the people who elected these leaders do not matter at the end? And so it is very sad to see someone stand and say that all they did was pass bills for the president. And so even as late as yesterday, we saw that some MPs were insisting to take a vote on the privatization, to have the Kenya Pipeline Company privatized. And my assumption is that these people wanted to vote so that they can show the president that they indeed hold the power. And so it's a very funny situation, though. But we wait to see how this thing will unfold. But it is my prayer that beyond all this political scuffling, our members of parliament who are elected by the people will do the right thing and make laws that are in the interest of the people, and not, be swayed as to who is the highest bidder or who is right politically and who is wrong politically.